Hey guys, so Thursday night training, we've got Vanessa Alfaro. She's from the home office. For those of you who were at East Coast Builder School with us just a few weeks ago, she was down there. She's our partner, right? So if you guys didn't know, home office actually gives us like field distribution partners. Vanessa's been with Primerica as long as I have, or longer. So I mean, it's at least a few years, probably longer. I probably should ask, right? I probably should probably know. Um, but guys, like you have partners in the business from home office that I mean, Vanessa like literally volunteered. She's like, hey, no, like if you ever need me to do some training for your team, whatever, just reach out. Guys, that's home office. Home office is there to help. Like if you ever get a phone call from like a 470 number, that's somebody from home office, most likely from their like actual work line, answer the phone because they're there to help. And so tonight, Vanessa's going to talk about client solutions, all the ways, guys, that you can get paid right now, unlicensed, licensed, like some different. I asked her to kind of focus on South Carolina and Georgia for our team on some of those like some of the nuances for that because that's where we have large pockets of people right now. So we'll kind of jump into that. But I'm gonna let her do her thing. I'm gonna shut up for once, right? I know it's rare, like it'll be okay. And then Vanessa, you're up, girl. It's all you.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Vanessa Alfaro. I am your home office representative for all things client solutions. Thank you so much, Noah, for giving me the opportunity to talk to your team tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We have a lot to talk about today. But like I said, my name is Vanessa. I am your home office representative. When it comes to all things client solutions, my slides are all over the place. We have a new product that we just launched. So I've been trying to merge everything together. So let me share my contact information. So I handle the client solutions department. Okay. So I know you guys can offer so many products as a Primerica agent, from life insurance, investments, uh, to mortgages. We also have client solutions. I'll talk about what client solutions products are here in a second, but this is my phone number, my email address. I essentially go to different offices and do trainings just like this, virtually, in person. I have about 960 RVP offices in Florida, Puerto Rico, Utah, Arizona, Nevada. And so anything you guys need, please feel free to reach out to me. You have a bunch of home office employees that are here to support you. As you can see from that picture, we're 4,000 plus employees here to support you, okay? And so if you ever have a question, the answer it never is I don't know, it's who can I reach out to? Okay. And you can always find my information on POL under field support, client solutions, and you'll see my face, phone number, and email address again. And so this is what I was alluding to when I said you have a ton of products that you can offer, but the client solutions department is what I want to hone in on today. Okay. Because when we're speaking about client solutions, these are the products that you can offer with just your solution number. Okay. So if you have somebody who's brand new to the business, just signed their IBA, they're still calling it Prime America, we can put money in their pocket. And so the products that I'm referring to are these that are on the screen. We're talking auto and home with Answer Financial. We'll start with that one. So we've been able to save your clients an average of $615 a year. What can your clients do with that average savings? They can buy term, invest the difference. You can overcome the objection of, well, I don't have enough money to invest with you. Well, let's call a number and see if we can open up some funds so you can invest that money with us or allocate it to our financial house. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. Primerica Legal Protection Program. Did you know that 70% of Americans do not have a will? Okay. And if you pass away tomorrow and you don't have a will and you have kids, a judge can not only decide what happens to your assets, but a judge can decide what happens to your kids. And so this is my personal crusade within the crusade that we're doing here at Primerica to get families debt free and financially independent, also to protect them legally, right? So I'll be talking about our new plans today. ID theft defense. Every 22 seconds, somebody's identity is stolen in this nation. Anybody from a baby to an adult can get their identity stolen. And guess what, guys? We have a tool in our toolbox. You see, we have so many products that we can offer our clients. Okay. And the more products that somebody has with you, the less likely they are to go somewhere else. Okay. It makes that client become more retained. And then we have Vivint Smart Home. This is a way to protect our clients physically as well as financially with home and business security systems. Okay, there's a burglary in the US every 26 seconds. Everybody needs something like this. And we have some great incentives on the table. right now that I'll share at the end of this presentation. But like I said, this is great to retain not only your clients, but your new recruits and people that are in your business. Because guys, hate to break it to you, that people did not join Primerica to become RVP. They came to Primerica to make money. And that's what we're going to help them do right off the bat. Because, guys, the majority of the time, and I'll go through the nuances soon, but the majority of the time, you just need a solution number to make money. That means that while I'm studying for my life insurance exam, I can get some money in my pocket, be motivated, have those wins, practice talking to clients. And then what is a result of that? I'm 5 times more likely to get licensed. I'm 7 times more likely to get my FTB bonus, 12 times more likely to use my license, and 3 times more likely to spread the word about this amazing opportunity and build a team. Okay. And so that's the importance of client solutions. Sorry, I'm going to hop around to different presentations today, but I want to start off with auto and home, actually. I'm just borrowing from other people's real quick. Because like I said, we've been able to save your clients an average of $615 a year with this product. Guys, I encourage you to take notes today, but I also want you to realize that you do not have to be an expert. We work with partner companies such as Answer Financial, Legal Shield, Vivint. They are the experts, okay? These were meant to be simple referral programs, okay? These were never meant to be products that you know every single little thing about. And I always say that confused people do nothing. I want to make sure that you realize that these are simple steps. So today I'm going to teach you how to bring it up to your clients, how to make the referral, and how to teach your teammates how to do the same, okay? So we talked about this, guys. This is a great way to get your foot in the door with your clients. What's the biggest door in a house? The garage door, okay? So get your foot in the door with auto and home, all right? What we do is we work with 30 plus A-rated companies, and we compare and contrast to see if we can save your clients money, okay? We have a couple of ways that we can make a referral. So let's say I'm talking to Angela. I'm like, hey, Angela, when's the last time that you checked on your auto and home quotes? She's like, I don't know. Well, if it's been more than 6 months, you're due for a checkup. Let's take 10 minutes to see if we can save you money. Now, if Angela is ready right now, I can call this phone number, 877-855-8111. Okay. And we're going to get on the phone. She's going to need her driver's license, her declarations page, right? So if she has her current coverages and her driver's license, she should be good to go. Now, let's say Angela is not available right now. Okay, that's fine. When are you available? She's available next Tuesday at 3 p.m. We can actually program an appointment, okay, in the system. When we go to refersecure.com, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through that real quick, I can actually have one of my Answer Financial agents call her back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go to POL. So POL is a wealth of information. So that could be a good thing or bad thing, okay? Because I know there's a lot of info here. So today I'm going to help you navigate that. So if we go to POL, head on over to products, you'll see that all of my products are under products. So we have auto and home, ID theft, PLPP, and Vivid. These are microsites, okay? So if I wanted to become an expert, or if I wanted to know more information, I can head on over to that microsite. So I clicked on auto and home. Now, if I want to make sure that somebody calls Angela next Tuesday at 3 p.m., I'm going to have to click on make a referral. Okay. As you can see, it brings up the phone number or refersecure.com. I'm going to click on refersecure.com. Now, I encourage you to create a portal if you haven't done so already. Okay. Mine is not logged in. How embarrassing. But if you're logged in, you should be able to track your activity. Okay. You can see, hey, did somebody actually call Angela? What was the outcome of that call? You can submit any inquiries like, hey, where's my compensation? Is there a licensing issue, right? All types of things. Okay. So I encourage you to take those 2 minutes to make that portal. But I'm just going to check out as guest, if you will. Okay. So we have auto and home or small business. So I'm going to click on auto and home. All right. So whenever you have a portal, all of this becomes pre-populated. Okay. So that saves you time. But because I'm not logged in, I'm going to put in my name, all that good stuff, and my rep ID, phone number, client's information. I can select if it's English or Spanish. I can refer to a specific agent if I want. Okay. And then we'll select a callback time, Tuesday at 3 p.m. Now, this is where we're going to put any notes, like Angela hates progressive. Okay. Whatever the case may be, we're going to type that in here. And so she should get a call. Now, we also, if you noticed, have an option for small business. Might be getting ahead of myself here, but with small businesses, there's never the phone number for the small business referral. Okay. So when we're talking small business, you guys, why would a business, uh, make use of this? They need general liability insurance at a minimum, but we have other types of insurances that you can offer them. So I just clicked on the small business. On the upper right-hand corner, I see frequently asked questions. Okay. I think this is one of my frequently asked questions that people ask me, like, what kind of coverages do we offer to small businesses? Okay. And I always tell people go to refersecure.com, make a small business referral, then click on FAQ on the upper right hand corner. And as you can see, what insurance options are there for businesses? I'm going to click on that. And it'll bring me over to, hey, business owner policy, general liability, professional liability, workers' comp, commercial auto, and cyber liability. Okay. So all that's there. And then everything as far as what information do I need handy, what businesses are best fit, are any businesses ineligible? So I used to cover Houston, Texas. I was there one time at an RVP office, and this lady had like 600 leads for small businesses somehow. Okay. So she was about to start calling them for everything that we have, which is great. But I was like, let me look at your list. Some of her businesses on here were nonprofit organizations. We do not assist nonprofit organizations with this insurance. We don't assist them with the legal plan. So those are a couple of things to take note of. Because I've had people ask me, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself with the legal plan, but I've had people ask me like, hey, can we help a church set up a legal plan? We can't. Can we help a church set up their, business insurance? We cannot. Okay. So I saved her a ton of time. And so essentially, you're just going to fill out this form and somebody will call your client back. Okay. So that is small business. All right. So you can make, like I said, auto, home, small business. Before I get to licensing, where was I going with this? I was going to share with you guys the types of small business coverages, but we already talked about that. All right. So let's talk about licensing. This is going to be the most complicated licensing map out of all the client solutions products. Okay. And so today I'm going to break that down for you. So I heard that there's some people from Georgia, from South Carolina. Okay. If you want to just type your state in the chat, that'll give me more of an insight as to where everybody's coming from. Okay. So let me just go ahead and look at that real quick. South Carolina, Florida, North Carolina. Ooh. All right. So I'm going to start with the easy one. Let's start with the gray states. So if you're in a gray state, like whoever said North Carolina, you just use your own solution number when you're doing this and you can get paid. There are no licensing requirements. If you live in a gray state and you're making a referral to somebody that lives in the gray state, use your solution number, you'll get paid. Now, how much you're going to get paid? Anywhere from $100 to $135. Okay. So depending if you're, rep to RVP, let's say you close 5 a month, that's an extra $500 a month. Not bad. Okay. Now, I also see that we have people in red states. So, and this is not political, this is just the licensing map. Okay. So we have red states, Florida, Virginia, and New York. Unfortunately, in Florida and Virginia specifically, you have to have an auto and home license no matter what to get paid on this. Okay. So we have two types of licenses. We have an auto and home license, and we have a property and casualty license. Now, if you want, we have the personal lines license and the property and casualty license. Okay. So if you're already life license, investment license, and you want to get that, I mean, by all means, I will say Florida specifically, I live here, and I've heard the market is pretty difficult. The conversion ratio is not that good. Maybe more so in the north or the central area of Florida, you're going to get better luck. But again, personal lines, you need that to get paid on auto and home. Now, if you want to get the property and casualty will pay you for business, auto, and home. Okay. Now, let's say I'm somebody who lives in Florida, but I still want to use this product to see if I can save my clients money. You can still call in the number, even though you don't have that license. You won't get paid, but you can see if your clients have the best plan possible. Now, do we have anybody from New York? I don't think so. Okay, cool. Because New York has a workaround where you can use your downline solution number. Okay. Well, if that question arises, we'll talk about it. Okay, let's talk about blue states. Okay. So when it comes to blue states, and I am excluding certain states. Let me go double check on this map that I'm not saying it incorrectly. So blue states excluding um Mississippi, South Carolina, Virginia, and Georgia. Okay. Mississippi, South Carolina, and Georgia. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. Mississippi, Georgia, and South Carolina. Now, the rest of the blue states, I've been telling them to put some polka dots on those. The rest of the blue states like Texas, Utah, South Dakota, we have a workaround. Now, this is not something that you're going to hear on PFN TV or, because this is something that somebody in the licensing department discovered a long time ago and people are using it. Okay, so let's say I'm Matt, and I don't know where you live, Matt, but I'm going to say you live in Texas. Okay, so let's say Matt lives in Texas and he wants to get paid on auto and home, but he doesn't have his auto and home license. The way that Matt can get paid is he needs to use a downline. Okay, so let's say I'm his downline. Okay, so every time he calls in, he's going to use my solution number and my name whenever he's doing the referral. If that closes, the compensation and the credit will roll up to him because he's a direct upline. Okay. So, meaning, and I'm not talking to Mississippi, Georgia, or South Carolina, meaning if you're in these blue states, you can use your downline solution number, your direct downline solution number when you're doing a referral, and the compensation and the credit will roll up to the upline. That is the workaround. That is the loophole. Okay. Now, let's say Matt has a cousin that lives in a gray state in New Mexico. In that case, because in that state it's a gray state, he can just use his own solution number. Okay, because it's a gray state. All right. Now, for these states, I'm gonna have to do a refresher. I'm not gonna lie. I believe you have to be licensed. And that's why I said I wish they would put like polka dots or something on there. Let me just double check here. But yes. So it says the referral fees and production credit generated by the non-licensed referral rolls up to licensed uplines only in the hierarchy. So you do have to be licensed in those states to get paid. Okay. So, I mean, if you ever want to know what the licensing requirements are, you can head on over to POL, other licensing, steps to licensing. So Florida, for example, I'll click on step 1, Florida, and then it'll tell me what to do. I mean, to be honest, for Florida specifically, I don't see a lot of people going out of their way to get this, but it is there. Okay, so hopefully I shed some light on that. I know it can get a little confusing, but if you're in a gray state, I would say go for it. If you're in one of those blue states, except for the ones that I, excluded, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, go ahead and start using your downline solution number. If you don't have a downline, you have to get a downline. There's no other way if you don't want to get licensed. Okay. So we increase these the compensation levels, okay? I'm sorry, the compensation. So from rep all the way up to RVP, you can get paid $100 and everything in between to $135 for every auto that you close. Now for home, we have 95 up to 112. Okay? So if I'm still calling up Primerica, I'm closing some auto and home, right? Let's say I help somebody with their auto and their home. I have the possibility of making $195 and I just made a phone call or I just used the form. Okay. So this is very simple, very easy way to open the door. These are some examples of people who have utilized this to have success in their base shops. Sanjay and Karen Mahita in New Jersey saved their clients $1,200. The business impact was 10 IBAs, 8 life sales, and $100,000 investment, right? Any way that you can get your foot in the door. Everybody wants to save money on their car insurance, and you should be doing that every 6 months. Tom and Kristen Rice out of Iowa saved their clients $5,200, replaced the cash value policy. The new rep was making $18K in his second month by using auto and home to get in the home and then cross-selling life insurance and investments. Okay. And I'm not going to read the rest, but as you can see, there's a ton that you can that can happen from a phone call. Okay. So that was auto and home, guys. You either call the number or use refersecure.com. Licensing, if you guys want to give me a call, let's say today, went over your head, guys, do not feel bad. It took me like 10 times to learn the auto and home stuff, and I still call my coworkers to this day sometimes. So we can go over your individual situation.
Hey, Vanessa, just really quick for clarification, because it's for me too. On the compensation side,
Mhm.
if somebody calls, we only get paid if somebody switches their coverage, correct?
Yes.
Not if someone doesn't have any, they just call and sign up.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. So a business activity has to take place, but yes, you have to have prior insurance. So if you never had insurance before, and then we help you with insurance, you that does not trigger compensation. That is correct. Great point. All right, guys. Well, we are going to move on to the new Primerica Legal Protection Plan. Very excited about this, guys. With the Primerica Legal Protection Plan, this is a way to give our clients 24/7 access to an attorney firm for as low as $29.95 a month. We actually have 3 plans now. So you give your clients more choice, okay? You give them more options, you have more opportunity to make money, okay? And so who are we going to cover with the Primerica Legal Protection Plan? Well, we're going to cover you and your whole soccer team. So we'll cover you, your spouse. And so, guys, the thing that's different with the new plan is we are going to have, okay, like I said, 3 types of plans. Let me start here. So you have one that's $29.95, one that's $39.95, that's called the preferred, and one that's the platinum plan that's $49.95. Okay. So with the PLPP, we're going to cover you and your spouse only, no dependents. Okay. With these two, the preferred and the platinum, we're going to cover you, your spouse, and any number of eligible dependents. Okay. An unlimited amount of eligible dependents. Okay. So we are going to include unlimited legal consultation, letters and calls made on your behalf. Okay. So, something that I always like to point out, maybe people aren't going to listen to you, but whenever a lawyer is writing a letter, when a lawyer is making a phone call, all of a sudden it's Mr. and Mrs. All of a sudden you can get some stuff done, right? And so these are things that are very empowering. Document review. We have a success story from one of our senior national sales directors where he was buying a house in Miami. And before signing his closing documents, he sent over those documents to his attorney firm in South Florida. He was able to negotiate off $10,000 off of those closing costs because he was using his Primerica Legal Protection Plan. And so, that $10,000 that he saved in one instance just paid for the plan for the rest of his life, right? And so that's just a great example of why not only you should have the plan, but utilize it, right? And then, of course, we have our legal research, the will, power of attorney, and physician's directive. This is something that's very, very important, you guys. Everybody needs a will. We are going to give you a will included in the plan with all 3 of these plans, okay? Like I said, 70% of Americans do not have a will. And if you pass away tomorrow, a judge can decide what happens to your assets. A judge can decide what happens to your kids. And so, sorry, I'm flipping around here. But when we're looking at my version of the legal house, okay, we're always going to start with life insurance. That's a foundation of what we do. Okay. We need to be able to replace your income if something happens to the breadwinner. But we can't forget about legal protection. Okay. Because just like a roof protects everything that's inside of the house, if you had a legal situation, where do you think the money is going to come from to take care of that? From your emergency account, retirement account, college, right? So your roof is protecting everything that's inside the house. We're also helping answer questions like, hey, who would raise your kids if you weren't there tomorrow? Who would oversee the money if you weren't around? And has it ever crossed your mind to create a will? Of course. The market that we are helping here at Primerica is primarily middle America, just a typical family, right? And when they lay their head on their pillow at night, they think about this. But you know what stops them? The cost and the complications of the law. Okay. And we're taking both of those objections away. with this plan. Okay, so that's something I'm very passionate about. So just pointing out some different things on this plan. So now I know this is something that people have been asking for, and we finally have it. We have a basic revocable living trust that's included with our platinum. Okay. So with the platinum, it's going to be $250 per person. Now, does everybody need a trust? No. Okay. This might be for somebody who has more of a comprehensive, robust legal situation. Maybe somebody who's of a higher net worth, maybe somebody who has a more complicated estate. Okay, that would be the platinum. Now, I was talking to a couple RVPs today, and they were saying, well, I paid 2,500 for my trust, right? This is great. I wish I would have known about this. Okay. So people have been asking about trust. We have that now. Now with the preferred, it's at a 25% discount and a 15% discount with the PLPP. Okay. So let's just move on here. We are going to include uncontested separation, divorce, name change, okay, after the first 180 days for the preferred and the platinum. We are also including prenups and postnups, okay? So if you're working with couples who are wanting to get married, who are already married and want to prepare that, we have that here. After a 180-day waiting period, which is 6 months, it's going to be included in the plan, okay, at no additional cost. Traffic assistance is something that's a little bit, we've had it in the past. If you receive a speeding ticket, okay, this is going to cover you and your family. So with the basic plan, it's 1 traffic violation per year, 2 for the preferred, and then 3 for the platinum. And that's for every individual in the household. So let's say Noah, Melissa, kids, everybody has, let's say they have the most expensive plan, they have 3 a year. Hopefully that doesn't happen, 3 tickets a year. But, you would decide on what the client would need based on their situation. Another thing we have that's new is online notarization. Okay, it does depend on your state and if they allow online notarization, but we have 1, 5, and unlimited, depending on which plan you get. 24/7 emergency access. If you're pulled over at 3 in the morning, or if your kids get into trouble, you're able to call your attorney at 3 in the morning. You'd think that would be reserved for the rich and famous, right? But if you download the Legal Shield app to your phone after signing up, there's a big red button that says emergency access, and you can contact your attorney. Okay. So all of this is available online, guys, on our brochure. I'll share with you guys where to find this. I'm not going to go through every single little thing, but just know that in all of our plans, we have unlimited consultation, research, document review, letters and phone calls made on your behalf, right? Trial hours, 24/7 access, all this good stuff. All right. And then probate. This is something that I didn't really touch on, but guys, when you pass away, your will has to go through probate, and that's not free unless you get your will done with us. Okay. So God forbid one of your clients passes away, but they got their will done with us, a lawyer will be working with their family for free to process that through probate court. Okay. Now we have this in English in all 50 states, but for Spanish, we only have it in 11 states. Okay. So this was something that changed, I think, middle of last year. So Arizona, California, Delaware, Florida, all these states is where we have the Spanish plan. Okay. So if I were you, if I were at the kitchen table, I would just lead with the will. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, do you currently have a will? That's it. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, do you currently have a will? 70% of the time, they're going to say no. Well, I would love to talk to you about 3 options that we have, right? Let's set up a time or talk about it right then and there. If they do have a will, that's amazing. When's the last time you updated that will? Okay, things happen. People have kids, buy houses, sell houses, disinherit kids. Okay, so you want to make sure that they're having access to an attorney to update that. Now, the majority of the time, you don't need any type of licensing to offer this, those gray states, but we do have some states where you do have to meet requirements. And so Every state on here that's blue, you do have to meet some requirements, but Massachusetts has got to be the most difficult one. Okay. Massachusetts is the most difficult one, but the other ones you just fill out a form. So I'm going to share with you where to find that information. So if I go to POL, okay, products, then I go to PLPP. I'm going to click on licensing, and then it repeats here which states. I know we have people from South Carolina on here, so I'll click on South Carolina. Okay. These are the requirements I have to do if I live in South Carolina. I need to create an account and then pay $70. Okay. So this is everything you need. I'm not the licensing expert, but I can share with you guys where to find this stuff. Okay. And then you can do that. Now, if your clients live in those states, like let's say I live in Florida, but I have a client in New Jersey, you're better off probably passing it on to someone else unless you have a bunch of clients that constantly, show up in New Jersey for you. Maybe find another RVP in New Jersey to take care of that for you. Okay. Now, this is the brochure I was talking about. If you head on over to POL products, PLPP, this is going to be under the library. They changed this on us, so I'm still a little slow. Marketing materials. Okay. So we have this in English and Spanish. We have 101 reasons why you might need the legal plan. I really like that. That's one of our top selling brochures because a lot of the time you'll get the objection of, well, I'm not a criminal. Why do I need to prepay for a lawyer? Well, Mr. and Mrs. Client, let's say you get pulled over. Let's say that your contractor quotes you and then charges you more. Okay. Let's say, the neighbor's dog bites your kid. The other day I was coming back from Mexico from a friend's trip or birthday trip, and my flights were delayed more than 3 hours both times. They changed it from a one way to a 10-hour layover, and I got all my money back because I called my lawyer. I didn't want to deal with these airlines. They sent a certified letter demanding that I get my money back within 5 days. Okay. And that's just amazing, guys. All right. So that's an example of why, and I would encourage you to read through this. Now, let's say that you want to sell this or you want to buy it for yourself. You do get paid on your own sales. Okay. So there are 3 ways to access this. You can go to Turbo Apps, other products, legal protection. You can go to primerica.legalshield.com or you can enter into POL. Okay. So I'm going to go to products, PLPP, and then there's the e-application. Okay. I'm going to click on the e-application. It's going to take me to a third-party website. Now, let's say I live in Florida. I'm going to put in my rep ID. You guys want to use my rep ID? Go ahead. No, use your own rep ID. Okay. We're going to click on continue. And then on the upper right-hand corner, if you have people that only speak Spanish and live in one of those 11 states I mentioned, you can change it to Spanish. Okay. But for this sake, we're going to do it in English. And then I can enroll in legal or ID theft. So legal, and it's going to take me to the different plans. Now, we also, I think this is really cool. You can see details. You can see what all of these entail, and you have a copy of the contract. Okay, at the very end. I like that. I skim through all the contracts for you guys so that I can be better at my job for you. But you don't have to do that. Okay, that's just me. And then after that, you add to cart. If you can buy something on Amazon, you can buy it and you can sell this. All right, let's talk comp. So if you're brand new in the business, we're going to pay you anywhere from $50 to $70 per plan, depending on the plan, all the way up to, districts, 80, 100, 115 per plan. And, if you wanted to go ahead and start making a lot of money with this, because I don't know about you, but an extra $500 to $1,000 a month is a lot of money to me. Okay. So if you wanted to start making extra money with this, I would encourage you to go through your list of clients and just calling to see if they have a will. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, I hope you're having a great year so far. I just wanted to revise my book of business to make sure my clients are legally protected. And I just wanted to ask you, do you currently have a will? Okay. Remember what I said. If they say yes, when's the last time you updated it? If they say no, all right, let's go ahead and set you up with one. Did you know if you didn't have a will, and everything that I said. I'm gonna send this via email, all the scripts and stuff after this call, so you don't have to like frantically write this down. Okay. But like I said, if I were you, I would try to sell five. I mean, we could start with a small goal, an extra five a month. I mean, if you want to make more, five a week. Okay. As you can see, as a new rep, you have the ability of making 250, 300, 350 with five extra sales, depending on which plan you sell. Let's just look at the preferred plan. Okay. A rep, $300, $500 for district leader, $775. And we're not even talking about overrides. Okay. So this is an amazing way to add to your income streams. Now, guys, I know a lot of people love to use the buzzword multiple streams of income. You can have multiple streams of income here at Primerica. It's all about utilizing the distribution system. Okay. And knowing what you can offer. So, lastly, I will say on this, we have a bonus program that we don't talk about it on PFN TV, but it's there every single month. If you can be a top five in the nation, we'll give, and this is personal production. Like you don't have to be an RVP. You can be a rep and be top five in the nation. You can get $500 down to $100 on top of all your compensation. So let's go see who's went. I think they have it up here. So if we go to POL products, quick links, top five producer bonus, in January, Miss Lisa Hammond, let's say she called 25 people. She sold 17. She made an extra $500. Okay. Now I can give you all the information in the world, but I can't be there to make calls for you. That's up to you. Okay. And hopefully you have the information that you need. You feel a little bit more confident in these plans and that you feel like people need to hear about this. Um, this is kind of a step back, big picture. This is our client solutions compensation leaderboard for 2024. These are people that are making over $100,000 in just client solutions products. Now, this is not their entire income. This is just a portion of their income. Okay. So I love to show this slide because it speaks to the fact that you shouldn't leave money on the table. You should be utilizing all of the products that Primerica has on the table for you. Tom Sapper's making 139,000, Keith Otto 131, all because they decided to grow a big business. Last time I saw Keith Otto, he was like on a plane to some European country, right? This is not him personally producing, this is his team. Okay. So our goal at home office is to have 100 field leaders earning over $100,000 in client solutions products. So hopefully we can get you there. All right, guys. So I want to close with Vivint and then how you can win the trip to California with my products. Sounds good? All right. So with Vivint Smart Home, this is a way to protect our clients physically as well as financially with home and business security systems. Now we have indoor cameras, we have outdoor cameras. We have a way for you to control your thermostat from your phone. It's essentially a way to have that automation in your home, okay? Now, again, you do not have to be the end-all be-all expert. I'm certainly not. But I know how to refer somebody and get paid, okay? So let's say that Bernardo, he just bought a house. Hey, congratulations, you just bought a new home. Hey, I thought about you today because you have a brand new home. Congratulations. Do you currently have a security system in your home? He's going to say no. Okay. So, no, I don't. All right, perfect. Well, right now, because we have a relationship with Vivint, we have some specials going on for our clients. So when clients buy a camera, they get a Doorbell Camera Pro free. If you're interested, we can hop on a three-way call and we can see how much a system would be for your home. Okay. So let's go ahead and get on the phone. So that's how I would do it, guys. I mean, I have some memory triggers that I'm going to share with you in a second, memory joggers of people that you can reach out to. But this is exactly how you're going to make this referral, you guys. Okay. So let's say like Hallie wants to call her clients. How is she going to do it? Well, she's going to call this number, 877-571-6139. She's not going to go Google what is Vivint's number. No, we have a Primerica dedicated team. Okay. The other thing, you're going to use promo code Prime6. As you can see, this is happening from today until the 11th. And this promo code only lasts for that amount of time. You guys are going to get paid $550 for every single sale you make between the 6th through the 11th. Okay. So $250 comp is going to be direct deposited to your account, just like any other compensation. Okay. And the $300 gift card is going to be a MasterCard gift card and will be mailed to your home address on POL. Please make sure your home address on POL is up to date, you guys, because sometimes we have like $250 plus an iPad, $250 plus AirPod Pros, and then those get sent to the wrong address. We want to make sure that your address on POL is up to date. Write that down if you're not sure. If you recently moved, like Bernardo, right? Make sure your address is up to date, okay? So that's essentially it. You're going to give your solution number, get them on a three-way call, and if they buy a plan, a system, then you get paid. They're doing all the work over at Vivid, okay? Now, there are some exclusions I need to talk about. Number one, if they need to finance a system, make sure they have a credit score that's better than 600. Because if it's less than 600, you're only going to get paid $75 because that would be considered a failed credit option. I've had people ask me, like, why did I get paid $75 for this? That's why. Okay. The other thing, 2-camera minimum. As you can see, when clients buy a camera, they get a camera free. That satisfies the 2-camera minimum. Okay. I did not believe that for the longest. I was like, there's no way. I clarified that with everybody up the chain at Vivint. And they're like, yes, Vanessa, that satisfies the 2-camera minimum. I was like, all right, cool, cool. I just want to make sure. I don't want to tell my people the wrong thing. Okay. And must install by 3:30. So if you can get that down, guys, it's all about getting them on the three-way call. Now, we do have different incentives going on all the time. When this one ends on the 11th, between the 11th and whenever we have the next promo, it's only going to be $250 comp. Obviously, I want to wait until they're paying me more money. Okay. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to text the word Primerica to 89402 so I can get a text message every time they have extra incentives on the table for not only you, but your client as well. Okay. You can also follow at prime.viv on Instagram and they post a nice flyer. Okay. Now, this is also something that's very exciting. Client Solutions is meant to be new recruit friendly. So if you have somebody who's brand new to the business, let's say Traylon, you have somebody who's brand new to the business and they sell a Vivint system within the first 30 days of signing the IBA, they get a $200 bonus on top of whatever incentive is going on. Okay. So let's say the incentive is like $500. They would get $500 plus 200. So they would get $700. That's, I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that would really motivate somebody to do Primerica. So they have to watch a video on POL. I'll share with you where to find that real quick. So POL, products, Vivint. We have under videos, okay, new rep incentive, or in Spanish, incentivo de entrenamiento. Now you have resources. You have really cool videos that you can show your clients as well. There's some crazy success stories here. There's a story in here about a family who they moved in, or not, they didn't move in. They installed their Vivint system in their home. And then the first day, the carbon monoxide alarm goes off. And they're like, there's no way, there's no way. We just installed this. And so the firefighters are telling them, hey, leave your home, leave your home. On the third time, they're like, okay, fine. And, you know, they come and they're like, hey, if you guys would have stayed the night here, you would have all passed away. Yeah. So, you know, it's just crazy. That's why I always say my little value proposition is protecting our clients physically as well as financially. Now, make sure that they watch that video. Refer Vivint system no more than 30 days. After signing IBA, install no more than 45 days. Okay. Who are we going to sell this or offer this to? Somebody who takes care of kids. No more sneaking out. Okay. Elderly parents, somebody with disabilities. Okay. Somebody who is unhappy with their system. Carbon monoxide risk, gas stove, furnace. Okay. Somebody who travels a lot. All right. So Vivint script. Okay. Vivint has a great promotion going on right now. It might be something you'd be interested in if you ever thought about a home security or a smart home automation. Honestly, you can personalize it on, you know, let's say Angela's talking to somebody and she's like, I know you have 3 kids. You want to make sure that they're okay, that they're safe, um, and you have a security system. Let's see if we can get you a quote with our Vivint team. Guys, oh my gosh, the stories that I hear about all of these products are crazy. I had an RVP in Orlando. I took her out to dinner, and she was telling me they have a Vivint system, but there's a guy that was looking in their windows at night and looking in the windows of the kids' rooms and stuff, right? And she was saying that she has other types of protection, but it's just crazy. We live in a crazy world, is all I'm trying to say. Okay. And so, guys, I hope you guys learned a lot about our Vivint. Okay, that you learned a lot about the legal plan and auto and home. Okay. Maybe you blacked out a little bit during the auto and home licensing. That's fine. You have my number. Let me know. We'll go through it again. But if you want to be on the next trip, I know Noah was there at Universal. I know he had a good time. We saw him there at the sessions. This is a great way to not only have a great time with an all expense paid trip, but you get to learn from other leaders in the company, see what they're doing, and you just come back more fired up than ever. I get all the emails with people who reach their income milestones. It's so exciting, right? I'm sending out emails like, hey, congrats on 300,000, 400,000, right? So you want to come back reinvigorated. So how are you going to win the trip with Client Solutions? Well, every time you sell Client Solutions, you get credit for the trip. So if I sell a legal plan, I get this many points. Vivint, ID theft, and then only if you can get paid on auto and home can you get credit, unfortunately. Okay. So, in my expert opinion, I've been on a series of trips now. If you guys, and remember I told you, hey, let's try to sell 5 a month. I'm talking to the people that want to win trips. Okay. Next time that there is a trip announced, like, hey, the incentive period starts now, you're going to get in the habit of selling 8 to 10 a month of Client Solutions products. Implement it, embed it into your system. Make sure you don't leave the kitchen table without asking about the will, without asking, hey, when's the last time you checked on your auto and home about Vivint? And let me share an example. I'm not just making those numbers up out of my head. If you go to POL, competition scoreboard, contest leaders, ah, they took it away. Okay, I can't give an example. They had Universal up here, okay, but they had 25 people that won, okay. And usually what I do is I look at the Universal slots or whatever the trip was that just happened. The person that was on the number 25th slot, they sold 8 products a month throughout the incentive period, okay. 8 products a month. The person that was number 10 sold 9 products a month, okay. So this is November through May that this incentive is happening. Let me see what people are doing right now, actually. So Client Solutions, Breakaway to the Bay. Let's see who's on target because we're going to take 28 people. So Shella and Jet. Shella? Yeah. So Shella and Jet Fernandez, they have right now, and by the way, we have until May to win this. So we're in March, April, May, 3 months. So right now they have 16 PLPP, 3 ID theft, and 7 ID theft individual. So they have 26 products only. Okay. If you really put your mind to it, you could be on this list by the end of the week, by the middle of next week. Okay. But what I'm telling you guys is, I mean, what, it's 7 months. So 8 times 7, you would probably have to sell like 56 or more, like somewhere in that range. Okay. To be at the very bottom of the list, but you don't want to be at the very bottom of the list. Okay. I don't know if that went over your head, guys, but that is how you win the trip. And the other thing is you have to have made money from the company. So there is a minimum income requirement. You have to have made $10,500 from the company from November through May. Now, these people have already made $18,000. So they're good. Okay. I mean, we can go in here and we can see, oops, how do I delete this? We can see who's in the middle. So, oh, I know these people. Jen and McKaylin Higton. Okay. They have 14 auto and home, 18 PLPP, and 6 ID theft. Not bad. and they have made $63,000 from the company. Okay. So that is just my professional consultation on how to win a trip. Obviously, you want to win with life insurance premium, but if you can win with client solutions, same flight, same hotel, right? All paid for. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Noah and then see if you guys have any questions.
Dang, Vanessa. I mean, listen, guys, I do this for a living, and every time Vanessa comes on, I learn something, right? Like I knew PLPP had been updated, but I hadn't even looked at it. I didn't realize there were three categories now. I didn't realize the pricing, right? Pricing changed.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we do trust now, that's wild. Like we never did that before. That's huge. And so that's home office listening to things that come from the field because we talk to clients and they say, hey, we want to be able to do trust. We want to be able to do these things. So that's what happens. Um, but yeah, like show her some love, guys, because she doesn't have to do this, right? She's not just like hanging out at 8 o'clock at night on a Zoom call for no reason. But that's our home office team.
Yeah.
I think there was one question about PLPP, like if you have a legacy plan, can you switch? Does it benefit you at all to switch over
Mhm.
right now? Or are
Yeah,
you,
that
are
is
you
the
grandfathered in?
Yeah, that is the hot topic right now of, hey, would it benefit me? Can I switch? So I'm gonna put in a phone number in the chat, but it's on POL products PLPP. It's our customer care line. If the client wants to change to a new plan, they can call this number. Um, or if it's been 2 years, you can cancel the plan and you can start a new application. I was told this is kind of fuzzy. I will confirm, and I believe that that triggers new comp, but I will confirm. So you know what I mean? So if it's been a couple of years, after 2 years, they cancel it and then they start a new one. But let me double check. But as of right now, my official answer is call the PLPP customer care line, the 800-426-9239. And then would it benefit them? Honestly, it just depends on the client's needs. We have increased the standard basic plan, the price to keep up with inflation. So it's 29.95. It just covers you and your spouse. It doesn't cover your kids. And then the discount's not 25%, it's 15% if it's not included in the plan. So you know what I mean? Like it would really have to depend on that person's situation. They might be better off just sticking where they're at. I'm not canceling my plan. I'm
Yeah.
staying where I'm at, but we have those three plans now available for all new clients.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, unless there's any like specific questions like for Vanessa, I'm gonna let her go, give her a few minutes back, and then we'll take a couple minutes and talk about a few things for the team. But hey, Vanessa, like listen, as always, thank you so much. If I don't see you, well, we'll be up at home office next week for the $1 million like celebration for
Okay.
the hierarchy. But I'll see you at Builders. We'll see you at the East Coast Builder School in May,
Yeah.
16th, 17th. So awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So we'll let Vanessa get out of here. I'm gonna stop the recording.